Of course, and this unfortunate population is being herded around inside Russia absolutely mercilessly. The slogan, "Down with them," has already been thrown out. I think even the Bolsheviks of the 1920s and the Chekists of 1937 are opening their skeletal mouths in astonishment in their grave. Well, it must be said that what the Kremlin is doing today is truly an excellent way to keep the population in a submissive, cattle-like state. Everything is working out. And for the regime, the main thing here is not to make any sudden domestic political moves. The population will get drawn in anyway. And today's hipsters, today's people who secretly show defiance in a couple of years under the influence of a firmly established obscurantist and intimidating environmental, these progressive folks will, without even noticing it, transform into orthodox idiots and will look back on their former days with shame. Well, you have to understand, a human being is an extraordinarily easy to train animal. It is precisely this that he owes his, well, relative success to. But we understand that the main thing is not just the skills of training, but also the creation of an environment. Evolutionism teaches us that the environment is all powerful. No one is able to resist the environment. That's the main thing to create it. The environment had more than enough inherent power to create, from the most ancient and primordial clumps, even the simplest clumps of slime. And as a direct result of this evolutionary process, we now have magnificent cheetahs, influential trumps, and indeed everything else imaginable. And also, probably, a serious secret that almost guarantees Russia this internal victory over its population is that people in general love to degenerate, and the system provides this opportunity. Well, just think about it. If that weren't the case, there wouldn't be a wine and spirits industry, and alcohol wouldn't be so popular. Alcohol offers the opportunity for temporary degeneration, which people are always seeking. But here, what's being offered is a long-term and powerful degeneration. Right now, this environment is being feverishly created. The successes are extraordinary. And as for the hope that some kind of internal defense mechanisms will kick in, well, first of all, Russia doesn't have an immune system. Moreover, all this squabbling from the external liberal immigration is nothing but a hopeless, feeble squeak that, of course, shouldn't be paid any attention. But don't forget that liberalism in Russia, as they say, has already existed. And in a short time, it managed to instill a lasting aversion to itself and to freedom. But here, generally speaking, the reason is probably that the bearers of liberalist people like Chekists, the Ravoitovs, the Gavril Popovs were, to their credit, exceptionally skilled at inspiring a powerful sense of aversion toward themselves.